Right, good morning everybody. It's been a long old night, but that's nothing down to the tent, it's down to the weather. I'm a light sleeper. Hello?
Hello? Mr. Sparrow, housekeeping.
Oh, I'm trying to make a video, they're going to know I'm in a hotel room.
Housekeeping.
Go away, come back in an hour.
You want mint for Pirro?
No, I don't want mint. I want you to come back in an hour.
Okay, bye. Out by you, Revan.
God damn it. So in this video we're going to be taking a look at another product from Night Cat. Yes, they're the people that sent me that flat lay hammock a few episodes back. I don't know if you saw it, but if you haven't, just go back a few videos and I did a video where I set it up and then I did a follow-up video where I spent the night in it, in this very woodland. So hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. As I just mentioned in our little intro bit, we're going to be taking a look at this. So this is a trekking tent, and in usual speed fashion, I'm not really a trekker, am I? I don't go lightweight backpacking across the moors and setting up in random fields. So I haven't got a trekking pole. So what I'm going to use to set the tent up with is the leg off my tripod. So this comes off and becomes a monopod for those in the know, and I'm going to use that to set it up. So what I'll do now is I'll set up the action cam, and I think I'm going to pitch just here. I'll show you how easy it is to set up. And I'll spend the night in it for you and let you know how I get on. And if you stay here till the end of the video, I've got a quick announcement to make about this very tent that's over there now. So lovely people, I've just opened it up for the first time and I've noticed it doesn't come with a ground sheet, but somebody came prepared. I went to Pound Stretcher or Poundland, one of them pound shops here in the UK, and I bought this the other day. Is it going to focus? Ground sheet, it's 1.8 by 1.2 meters. So that's going to go underneath it because I'm going to try and keep it as clean as possible. Does come with instructions in various different languages, which are there. And just to be clear, because I haven't actually said what it's called, it's the Night Cat Ultralight one-person tent, this, and I'll leave links to it below. So if you're interested in one, I'll leave a link to this exact tent. Right, so what I'm going to start with doing is staking out the ground sheet. I'm going to try and keep this one as clean as possible, and then I'll fetch you back quickly and we can have a look at the setup. From just having a brief look at this, it doesn't look that hard at all. It's going to be another quick setup, this one. So now I've got somewhere kneel on ground sheet, we can quickly open this and hopefully keep it clean. So it comes in a dry bag style bag, and it pulls out like that. So that gets wanged to one side. Comes with a little tie thing which can go in there, keep it all together so we know where to pack it up. Let's try and pay attention to how it folds up so we can get it back in the bag. So it does come with a little tent stake bag with some tent stakes in it. Can't even speak. And they kind of look like that. Little lightweight ones. They weigh absolutely nothing. Comes with a repair patch in here and a spare bit of cordage, which I'm not sure what that's for just yet, but the instructions are just behind the camera and I can get it out in a second. So as just shown, this is the tent. I will whiz you back a little bit and I'll just quickly show the setup. So just before putting the ground sheet down, what I did do is I just did go and kick all these little bits of wood out the way and all the things that might poke you in the back when you're trying to sleep at night. I'm a very light sleeper. So I got them on, put the ground sheet down dead quick, stake in each corner, and now we are unravelling Les' tent. We'll try and establish which is the front, which is the back, because I want the front facing the camera. And I think that is the front. Now how it says to do it is to stake the corners down, which I will do with the tent pegs provided. And then once you've got the outline pegged out, you shove your pole in, your trekking pole, or in my case my monopod, and that gives it its structure. So I'll quickly put these pegs in the four corners and fetch you back to see where I'm up to. So it says in the instructions to spread the tent out and put a stake in each of the four corners, which I've done. And then it tells us to get your trekking pole. Pretend it's a trekking pole, guys, work with me here. And put it on the inside of the fly sheet and extend it to gain the tension you require. So I'm guessing it goes inside there. Yes, there's a little place for it just here, just like a little cutout. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that there like that, loosen up my trekking pole, and here's me hoping that this pole is long enough. Tightening up all, it's not the easiest pole to work with, to be honest, but it's usually on my camera. And that goes on there, something like that. Oh, I'll tighten them up a little bit more, make sure they're not going to collapse on top of me in the middle of the night. Flop this back over, and no doubts I'll do that again, eh? So second try, I managed to get it. Bear in mind, I've never set this up before, this is the first time on camera. And now I've just got to guy this little beauty down just to hold it forward, because if I let it go, that's going to fall backwards. So I am quickly going to untie this knot and guy this into the ground, and I'll fetch you back. So I've got it to a place where I'm happy. She's kind of looking like this. Major zoom in, there you go. All I've got left to do is I've got 3 pegs here left in my hand, and I've got some guy ropes just to guy these sides out here so it pulls the actual top fly sheet off the inside mesh. There's 3, there's 1 on back, 1 on each side, which I'm quickly going to do now. Right guys, I'm at a place where I'm quite happy with it. A little bit unhappy with the gap here, but I'm still working on getting it smaller. I've got my phone out just so I can read a few stats off you, but if you want to double check them, I'm going to leave the link for this tent below this video in the description, so feel free to go and click on it and read them for yourself. Right, so 0.95 of a kg, so it's just under a kilo in weight. That's obviously without your trekking pole and without your ground sheet if you so choose to use one. 270 by 100 by 125 centimeters. I don't know what the 270 is, but I'm guessing 270 is the length of the tarp, I'm guessing. It is a 1-person, ultralight waterproof, pole material type, depends what pole you bring, but it says here aluminium, so they need to check that, change that on the old website. It is mesh nylon, and it's apparently 5,000 millimeters waterproof outer and 8,000 millimeters waterproof base. But again, please do go on, all this doesn't really mean much to me because I'm not one that studies that. If I like it, I buy it. Right, let's bring you in a little bit closer. I'll get you on the action cam, I'll open it up and you can have a quick look inside with me and we can have the grand unveiling. So let's do this together. Rain's just started again. I'm not sure how this setup's working because I've put a new white mic on my action cam, but obviously we had to bring that because of the weather. But right, I'm going to flip you around so I might go a little bit muffled and we'll have the unveiling and see what it looks like inside. Oosh. First person. There's our humble abode for tonight. It don't look too bad. That can go up out the way for now. So in actual fact, because this is 8,000 millimeters waterproof, you don't actually need the ground sheet. But the reason I am putting a ground sheet down is because this is one of the prizes I'm going to be giving away when I hit 5,000 subscribers. So, I mean, these at the time of filming this video are around £125. Can fluctuate depending on where you're looking at it. It'll probably be a little bit more expensive on Amazon than it is on Night Cat's website. But yeah, it's not really suitable for what I do. Obviously, I do all the vehicle camping, I do the dangling from the trees, and Night Cat were generous enough to hand me the flat lay hammock, which is primarily going to be my #1 sleep system. So if I kept this, I'd just be being greedy, to be perfectly honest with you. I've got no use for this. So anybody who's a lightweight backpacker or a trekker or is thinking of taking it up, please do subscribe and make sure you enter the competition. As soon as I hit 5,000 subs, I'll be giving a lot of stuff away, and this is one of the prizes. So it is quite nice in here. Obviously you've got the mesh, and the mesh isn't hitting the outer fly sheet. You've got a hook just up here for hanging your lantern later on tonight, which hopefully we'll get some night shots of it all set up. And you've got a little pocket down here for storing your mobile phone or your car keys or whatever you want to store in there. That end hasn't got anything, so I'm guessing this is the head end with the pocket, and this is the tail end. There is only one door. I don't know if I can get far back enough to show you, but only this side opens up. You can't get out of this side. This side's sealed. But yeah, it's all double stitched, and where there's tension points, they've reinforced the material. And indeed in the corners just there, they've reinforced it in all the corners and waterproofed it, and that's all the corners, and the centre just here. So you can probably hear that smashing down, guys. Happy to report, not a drop of water inside the tent. Fly sheet is all absolutely dry. Don't know if you can see all that with this lighting, but yeah, absolutely bone dry in here. Bags of room as well. I've got about a foot down at the bottom end and about 6 inches at the top end. So yeah, I mean I'm only 5'8". So somebody substantially taller than me could probably sleep in this comfortably. What I will say is this inner netting is a bit baggy. Now that could be something I've set up wrong. The pole might need to be higher, or you know, I might have needed to tie the guy lines up a little bit tighter. But that's something I'll look at tomorrow if the rain stops. If not, then we'll have to look at it next time we're out in it, or somebody will have to report back to me. But for now, guys, I am going to retire, turn the camera off, turn the lights out, and try and get some rest with this grey noise going on. Absolutely lovely. I will, yeah, catch up with you in about 3 seconds for you, but hopefully a solid 8 hours for me. Good night, folks. Right, this is the second or third time I'm trying to film the ending of this video. So I've just woken up in the ultralight tent. Slept alright, considering, you know, the rain was bouncing off it all night. It's quite noisy. No leakages, there's no nothing bad to report back. It's, you know, it does what it says on the tin. But I don't like it. I'm not an ultralight kind of guy. If I were to use this, I'd probably have to put a tarp over the top of it just to stop that bloody noise, which kind of defeats the object of it being ultralight, because you're carrying a tarp to chuck over the top of it. But yeah, I were going to give it away in a competition before I knew what it was like. So this I will dry off, pack away, and it will be going in the 5,000 subscriber giveaway. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean you guys won't like it. Look at the Lanshan. It's based on a Lanshan, and that tent has hundreds of people that love that tent. Just because it's not suitable for me doesn't mean it's not going to be suitable for you. But yeah, does what it says on the tin. No leaks, seems well built, easy to set up. It's got everything going for it, just not my cup of char. Anyway folks, I'm going to leave that video here. So hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it's been a little bit informative. Remember, if you're new here, please do smash that like button and consider leaving me a subscribe. That would be awesome. And until the next one, I hope you're all well.